Why do some animals travel thousands of kilometers every single year? Look, it's not for luxury or some wild adventure. It's a straight-up brutal fight for survival. When severe drought hits or a freezing winter rolls in, these animals don't have the luxury to just hang around. It's literally move out or die. And that, my friends, is how the greatest epics on planet Earth actually begin. So, what actually keeps the African wildebeest moving without ever stopping? The whole thing starts right in the savannah, just as the grass completely dries up and the water totally runs out. This animal looks quite a bit like a bull but has these curved horns, weighs around 300 kilograms and can sprint at an incredible 80 kilometers per hour. These wildebeest herds end up crushing a massive 3,000 kilometers in a non-stop circle of life. Around 1.5 million animals follow the scent of distant rain, with the oldest ones leading the entire way, purely relying on memories built over years and years. Meanwhile, up in the sky, the monarch butterfly flutters its super delicate wings to crush a massive 4,800 kilometers. Its weight doesn't even pass half a gram, yet it flies all the way from Canada to the Mexican forests, taking a whopping 4 consecutive generations to complete the journey. So how on earth does a butterfly actually know the way without a map? They've got these incredible compound eyes that can instantly sense the angle of the sun, plus antennae that pick up the Earth's magnetic field. This mind-blowingly precise navigation system literally never misses its mark, despite how tiny they are. Deep down in the oceans, the giant gray whale migrates for a mind-blowing distance of up to 22,000 kilometers. This massive mammal weighs a whopping 40 tons, which is literally like lining up 5 big buses. It swims all the way from the freezing waters near Russia down to the warm, cozy lagoons of Mexico. So why does the whale go all that distance anyway? It is searching for warm, shallow waters where its babies can be born, because a newborn calf does not have a thick enough layer of blubber to survive the freezing cold. Then, after 3 months, it heads right back north with its young ones just to feast on tiny crustaceans. But the real, absolute miracle comes alive in the Arctic tern, a bird that doesn't even weigh more than 120 grams. This tiny little bird flies all the way from the Arctic to the Antarctic and comes right back every single year, crushing a mind-blowing distance of over 70,000 kilometers. So, just how massive is that distance? It is literally enough to circle the entire planet Earth almost twice in just one single journey. This bird lives for about 30 years, which means over its lifetime, it flies a total distance equal to 3 round trips to the moon and back. And check this out, salmon actually swim straight against the river currents for a massive distance of up to 3,800 kilometers. They start their lives in fresh water, head down to the ocean for several years, and then make this crazy journey back to the exact same river where they hatch just to lay their eggs and die. So how on earth do salmon actually find their way back to the exact same river? They use a super sharp, insanely precise sense of smell, literally remembering the scent of the river water they left behind when they were just tiny babies. Even after spending years out in the massive ocean, they can recognize that specific scent with an accuracy of up to 1 part per million. Meanwhile, giant sea turtles migrate for a massive 20,000 kilometers across the Pacific Ocean. The female swims all the way back to the exact same beach where she was born just to lay her eggs, sometimes swimming without ever stopping for weeks, using ocean currents to save up her energy. And check this out, the migratory dragonfly travels all that way despite having super fragile wings. A specific type called the globe skimmer crushes a massive distance of 6,000 kilometers between India and Africa. This tiny little insect literally crosses the entire Indian Ocean without stopping even once. And get this, the bar-headed goose actually migrates right over the peaks of the majestic Himalaya mountains. This incredible bird cruises at an altitude of 9,000 meters, which is literally higher than the peak of Mount Everest. It easily handles the extreme lack of oxygen and freezing sub-zero temperatures, all thanks to its unique lungs and super hemoglobin-rich blood. These legendary migrations have never, ever been a walk in the park. It is pure necessity, not luxury. They are driven by a survival instinct that absolutely refuses to give up, backed by mind-blowing navigation systems built right into their bodies. So glory to the one who created a path to life for every single creature, making this earth, despite all its harshness, a home that is absolutely overflowing with wonders.